Hello, besties. Um, Long time no see. Went to LitRPG Con, then on vacation. I haven't really had a chance to catch up with everything. Um, Move stuff around, and thought I'd do a little haul from LitRPG Con. I had a good time. Um, Probably gonna go again next year. Don't go because things went really weird. But a couple announcements first. I'm starting a live play D&D podcast soon. We're gonna start filming in 2 weeks. We just session 0 to try to go over everything. So we'll see how that is. It's gonna be every other week. Um, it's just gonna take over my normal D&D slot, and I'm very excited for that because it's gonna be all authors, and I'll finally get one of my author friends to write something because he has to. But yes, so RPG Con was in Denver. They already announced the dates for next year. I'll probably buy a ticket as soon as they're available. Um, they may have outgrown the space by then. It was a interesting convention. Um, I was selling books, sold my own book, um, a lot, and some of the things I liked were some of the merch that people dropped. So things I'm going to do different next year. Start with that. Is I'm going to bring more stickers because stickers were great. Here's one of my favorite stickers. Isekai BFFs from Last Ray of Hope. Um, I'm a fan, especially of this glittery color. Right, that was good. And instead of like bookmarks, because everyone gets bookmarks, but everyone wants you want the bookmarks, but after you have a few, you're like, okay, I've had a few, but what you really want is the stickers. Um, and then some of my friends are like, I don't know where to put this. I'm just like, slap, slap, put the stick where the heck I want. Like this is another one I got, horror goat. I didn't read that much horror, but like it's good. And then I had a artist who paints stuff. She did a couple of these. This is very interesting. I need to get her contact information, but she was an oil painting artist, and I'm like, I need this for my wall. She gave me two from Pride and Prejudice, and the one from K-pop Demon Hunters. She did fan art, and they drove in all their art from Idaho. So support your local artist. This is gonna go on my wall soon, and I kind of wish that she had included her information in there. Um, yes, I was gonna ask her about how she got oil painting. I didn't get around to it. But so this is my favorite find, Hyperborea. I got this is a manga. This was kickstarted by the author. I talked to them a little bit about it because I'm enjoying my own manga, and I am loving it. Um, so here's the deal. He wrote this, and then where's the other one? Hyperborea. I bought the book, the novelization, and I bought the manga. So I'll support this guy, and I'll read it. But look at the difference between how this looks versus how this looks. I feel like they're two different audiences, and I feel like that whole difference there is going to be this. So I read this like cover to cover several times. I've been carrying around for a week. It's good. I like the art style; it's very close to what I want to be. And then I'll be reading this. Um, I did not see this guy until Sunday, uh, and I was looking for somebody that did manga because the only other manga I wanted was the didn't get it, but it was the one by Actus. So I had this. I actually owned this when I came there. I brought it, the Dungeon Crawler Crawl one. I did not get Matt Damon to sign it, despite him knowing the people I was tailing with, because he was man was busy. Um, but I feel like I should have done that on Thursday because I have early. Pro tip: arrive early. Um, Spend some time with talking to people. Um, but what I did read, um, I read most of this on my trip, Start of Hell. This is not something I bought there. This is something I got for my family. So far, it's entertaining. It's kind of like a rom com meets Start of Hell, with demons and shit. And Caitlin Rosakis, she does not need my help. She's a New York Times bestselling author. But I thought this was good. And it was very similar to all the other stuff that I got. But this was like, I made myself a deal. I'm only gonna buy 3 books, so I only bought like 4 books because I was there to sell books, which did pretty well. Sold this bad boy up here, and then this one I got June her or whatever it is for Father's Day. So like I got this for Father's Day for my kids and my wife. So I read it on a trip because I can't really do it. But I got this one signed copy. Oh yeah, so that was all signed. Hyperborea was signed. I was like, oh shoot, know this guy, big fan. Got that signed. And book 3 of Summer Awakenings, Summer Awakens is gonna come out soon. I've actually read this like 2 years ago, and I'm like, yes, I would like a copy of that. Yeah, thank you. I say about this? This is very inspirational to my own work. I love Kerberos, and I cannot wait for the other like 6 books in the series. Right, like man knows what he's talking about. Um, it it's like it inspires me to do better. We talked about this. That's me and him. We talked about like I'm like I need more of this in my brain, please. I got handed this Saga of Vivex Provider by Zine. At the end, when people are like, "Hey, I just realized I have all these books, and I don't want to spend the time to mail them back." Haha, I already got a mail service to mail them back. Um, but this, I'm going to read this eventually because someone handed me a LitRPG con, so I'm like, I'm going to give you the time, right? And then I was handed this one because I was an author. I did not pay for this. Um, but I also got I heard good things about this by Kerberos himself. He said this was good. So I'm like, all right. Did I get this signed? Signed. Yeah. So I'm like, great way to get someone to sign something is just to be like, hey, this is signed. I'm definitely reading these because they were signed. I'm just like, which one I'm doing next. And then, so I got this one. We produced this one. It's an anthology we made, A Day of the Life. I'm sending this to one of the authors. So I had people sign for her because she lives far away. And I'm like, here's a physical copy of the book. I know you can't be here. I'm going to have all the other co-anthologists sign it. But if you haven't read it yet, A Day of the Life, got 10 stories. They're all LitRPG. They're all about NPCs. Our next anthology is going to have from Riverfolk Books a dungeon core theme, and those are due by the end of August. I'll have another video about that, I think, because I've changed my mind about anthologies a little bit, and this a lot. Um, I think basically like without a following, you can't sell an anthology, but when you have a bit of a following, you can. And this is helpful because this is helping other authors like be like, hey, I have my book, and I also have this, which has other authors work in it, which I think is great. I just noticed that there is a tiny little otter statue here. I swear I've noticed that before, but now I'm like, oh, that's a little Easter egg. Oh, I'm going to give you my 2 standouts from the con. I need you to understand that this is because I really like these authors, and I did not expect to like this as much as I did. The next 2 I have are Harem, and one I read cover to cover within a day, um, which is I'm like I just need to understand because this one sold out really fast at the Bardwood Book Nook, which if you were there, you would have seen me. I was slinging books. I didn't have a beard as much, but I read this Titan Mage within one day. It's really good. I actually want to steal the system. The system is great, and I had Eddie Sky sign the Spiceful Flow. She signed the inside. So like I picked this up and I'm like, this is selling like hotcakes. What is about this? I read I'm not gonna read this to you, but the dedication, um, I was like, I'm taken aback, madam. And like so there's this whole culture of like people writing harem novels and marking things as not harem novels because like what people want to read. That's what men want to read, or that's what the people in this genre want to read. They want to read. I want to read a harem where there's a male lead with a bunch of female characters, or like a reverse harem where it's like, I don't know why you should call it a reverse harem, but like the female lead and a bunch of male um, men, a bunch of men in the harem. Um, I'm like, as long as people mark their books, like the fans will find it. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but like I like the system of Titan Mage. I like how goofy it is. Um, uh, it and apparently there's already like 5 books in the series, so I'm like, I will probably read all 5 of these books, um, maybe not in a row. I would suggest it. It is spicy. Um, it is not as spicy as I thought it was going to be based off of the things. Um, but it's like spicy scene, battle scene, spicy scene, battle scene, market scene. Um, but it's a whole other thing. So reading that was good. And then one of my friends, JD Jackson. I'm not a fan of having your author name up there. Robots versus Dinosaurs versus Me. Book 1 to the Wormhole. This I've been reading this so far. I'm like halfway through. It's less spicy, but it's also fun. Um, Titan Mage is third person, right? Yeah, Titan Mage is third person. From basically the guy's POV for the most part. Um, this is from the male lead perspective, and I'm just like, there's a lot of differences, especially because I know Addie Sky personally. I met her, and she's lovely, and I know JD Jackson personally, and I'm like, there are 2 ways to approach a genre that I'm not really familiar with, but like again, horror goat. I don't read a lot of horror. I don't read a lot of harem. I just thought I would read it, and JD gave me this one. I paid for Titan Mage because otherwise I wouldn't get a copy of it. Um, do I have any good swag? No. Most of the good swag that I wanted was, yeah, and so like the Romantasy Goat sticker, love that one. LitRPG Goat. What is this flipped? Yeah, but like those are my favorites. Um, got handed a lot of stuff on Thursday when I was early, and that was when I did my most like looking for stuff. And then like by the end of the time, there was a lot of stuff. This is one of my favorites. J. Krause. I love this series, Will of the Immortals. Um, I did not get into a fight with J. Krause, although I might have um, had some words with him about some things. His series is very unique, and I'm just like, a German knight from what century is the main character? And also like I think like I got dice there, so I think that would be a good thing. If you're intending on going, like I would just have like stickers like this, um, that like clearly say like what your work is, or like this just says the last ray of hope. Like you can easily Google that. This is obviously not selling anything, because that was from the Moonlight Sculptor, but table. But where was I going with this? So yeah, that's my stack. Um, so far, I would suggest most of the books I read, and then I have my short list of what I'm going to read. I was put that aside until I did this, um, and then let me tell you my standout. I got this bag right before I left, and it was the perfect size. This is the Go Rock Bullet, it's like $70. Um, this is not an ad. I put stuff because it has a little pocket here, and you can basically take everything out of the bag and then fold the entire bag into the pocket and then put that into another pocket. So I had like a smaller Go Rock to go in the Go Rock, and that was perfect because I was like, I cannot bring more books than I have. And then on the first day, like I brought all the books I needed from here that I was selling. I gave one of these to Pop Pop. Um, I bought all the books there in my big bag, and then the other days I just had the smaller bag, which meant that I just brought my drawing pad and other stuff, and I could only bring so many books back, despite wanting to bring more. Next year, I will probably go a little more all out, because I think that we're going to talk to Tonic about the Bardwood Book Nook. So, if you didn't know, during the convention, I was with the Bardwood Book Nook. It is a consignment shop. I was helping out a lot. The owner or the proprietor, Tony Binns, she writes cozy fantasy. She writes under Tony Binns and Batch. I cannot say enough good things about her, but she got to number one on cozy fantasy the day before the RPG Con, and I was like, "Girl, congratulations!" And then she was on a panel with Raven Stagger, um, great author, and Travis Baldry, who kind of Travis Baldry as a narrator, who was amazing, but as an author, he kind of defined the cozy fantasy genre, and so it was like her and like four other people, and I'm just like sitting there like, this is this is nice because I'm like, this is my friend, and she's talking shop with all these people, um, and it's kind of surreal because I'm like, dude, we have sent memes to each other, um, like we are literally doing we're doing the consignment shop. I'm helping you out. You're helping me out. Like and like you're talking like you're there like with Travis Baldwin, but I'm like it's this very small niche. And as for the con itself, like I went to like 9 panels. Um, they were good. Um, I think that they had a lot of panels going on, and I think that it could have been a 4 day con if you just had like an industry day. But they had different like tracks, so like I like that. I went to the crowdfunding masterclass. Actually, missed the there was the two crowdfunding ones. I went to the second one. I'm like, okay, well, I was just doing a sanity check, and I'm like, a lot of what you're saying makes sense. Um, I just wish that there were a couple of panels where like I was minding the store, and Tonic was there. I'm like, I want to go to that panel because I know she's really smart and she has great things to say. But I am minding the store. So yes, I would say if you have any inclination of going, go. If you are the kind of person that cannot afford to go to a convention, I got you. I understand. That's why we do these virtual conventions. I am planning a virtual. So I also made some friends. There's two virtual conventions that I'm coming up. One's going to be the HearthCon, which is for cozy writers and cozy writing. I don't have any information on that. I'm not running that. Mystic Neptune is. I love Mystic Neptune. He wrote I Ran Away to Evil. Um, we have we have become besties. Um, I was there selling her book as well. I'm like, this is one of the best books that uh, you know I was enjoying that I was unexpectedly enjoying. Or was this? Uh, so HearthCon is a virtual convention. More information about that in a different post. And then I'll be doing Numbers Go Up in January. The full winter numbers go up probably the weekend of Martin Luther King Day, which is like the third weekend in January. And then I'll be doing like a mini Numbers Go Up convention on around my birthday in November. I can do that because I can just organize whatever the heck I want. Um, and this brings me back to community, right? So like it's kind of become apparent to me that instead of like just like I'm not out here just to sell books. I'm not here to build a community, right? And like it's not like I'm trying to do like a paid for community where it's like gate kept. I'm just going to build a community for newer authors and narrators and people in the genre to get together. And part of that is hosting these virtual conventions and going through it and like making sure that we have things that are relevant to the people that are showing up. When we did Numbers Go Up, they're like, hey, there's a lot of talk about marketing and this, but not much talk about how to make it. So I got that feedback on Friday. On Sunday, we did more about actual writing. But then again, actual writing, it's very specific to the person. And I'm rambling on. This is going on to 20 minutes. Um, what is all this? So, like, we're going to have a convention in January. We're going to invite some big names, some small names. We're going to invite some newbies to come and present their stuff or talk about, or like live read a chapter or live play a podcast of D&D. We're going to do that to build a community. We're going to make it free, and we're going to make it like so that you can probably stream it later, but the magic is going to be showing up there, um, especially for the stuff that we're not going to be able to record because people are going to like put out some like specific things, especially tonics panel, where we can't record that, but it's going to give you a lot of insight into the market and sales, right? Where we're going with this. So you can't make it to a physical con. Try to make it a virtual con. And if it's the distance, I'm looking at doing a local events or meetups. People are already like, I need another one, and I'm just like, I don't want to do another event planning thing, but I will plan a meetup, maybe in North Carolina while I'm here, um, and then we could all have like a half day where we all meet up and talk shop. But then again, I'm like, I need to get like people who are actually committing to showing up, and then we could just do like a little workshop or like a writer's retreat. And I'm planning a writer's retreat because that's the things we do. So yeah, besties, it was a lot. I didn't even talk about writing because I was on vacation and I was like absolutely shot in the face with IRL stuff. So I'm just getting back to writing now. I have a chapter I have to do shortly, so I'm going to log off. And the next one I'll talk about writing. But I'm excited about community building. I'm excited about LitRPG Con. I'm excited about this stack of books I have right here. And whether or not I read elsewhere on audio, I will read it. I will read all these books. I want to have them read at least. And I would love to get more copies signed by authors, especially by people I know. Oh, and here's my last thing. The Busy Bard, he did limited copies of binding. He bound his own book. He did limited copies of it. I missed it while I was there, but he was doing 42 self-bound books, and I'm like, okay, I will. I paid him. He's gonna bind one and send it to me. I'm like, this is very interesting. So the man is binding his own books. So I will probably do a video just on that because it sounds like it was fun, but not economic at scale. And so the guy did not know what he was getting himself into. So more about that. Um, I'm not going to make fun of my friends. I'm just going to tell you what they did and let you make your own assumptions and tell you because the book itself looked awesome. It's just that it looked like it took a lot of time. So besties, have a great day. In the comments, let me know if you would attend a little RPG meetup in North Carolina somewhere, and we can go from there. Have a great day.